Alright, time to feed the viewers. They want their content. Alright, I got something for them. Oh, what's up, subscribers and viewers? Me again. Yeah. Alright. Well, and it's a beautiful day, by the way. And I didn't know tomorrow is a holiday. I don't pay attention to the holidays. Anyway, nor do I watch TV. But anyway, what I got for you guys? This here, DLSS 4 comes to Project Motor Racing, Tides of Annihilation, and PUBG creator next game. DLSS 4 multi-frame generation supports arrives in Project Motor Racing, Prologue, Go Way Back, and the highly anticipated Tides of Annihilation. Says here, NVIDIA highlights new PC games feature DLSS 4 with multi-frame generation, including the upcoming Tides of Annihilation and current release like Project Motor Racing and Prologue Go Way Back. Battlefield 6 fans can access the exclusive season of RTX content and win a custom Battlefield 6 GeForce RTX 5090. Says here, NVIDIA is showcasing a new batch of PC games getting DLSS 4 with multi-frame generation support this week, alongside some Battlefield 6 goodies as a part of the seasons of RTX. On the DLSS 4 front, one of the pleasant surprises that we get some DLSS 4 gameplay for the upcoming release. It says Tides of Annihilation, a game that still doesn't have a release date. Then it says Tides of Annihilation from the Chinese studio Eclipse Glow Games is a third-person action adventure set in shattered, fantastical take on the modern London, with a story inspired by Arthurian legends. This one has a lot of hype behind it, based on the announcement trailer and gameplay when seen so far, which features impressive visual, grandiose scope and fast-paced ballistic action. Says here, headed to all platforms. The PC version will include DLSS 4 with multi-frame generation and support, and NVIDIA trailer for the showcase how DLSS 4 improved performance in around 80 frames per second in 4K with max settings to 300 plus FPS on a GeForce RTX 5090 with a DLSS performance trailer. It's safe to assume that Tides of Annihilation is on track for 2026 release. And what else we got here? It says here, for a PC game you can play right now, and it's out today, Project Motor Racing from developer Straight4 Studios has launched with DLSS 4 multi-frame support, a realistic racing sim along with the lines of Forza Motorsport and Project Cars. Project Motorsport Motor Racing say Motorsport features 70 real-world cars, 28 global tracks, and the circuit to race on, as well as single-player career online racing mode. Unfortunately, the game currently has a very negative user review rating on Steam due to performance issues and its realism, controls, and overall feature falling short. Well, that can be updated with feedbacks. But anyway, it says here, moving on to something a little more exciting, Prologue Go Way Back has launched into early access with DLSS 4 multi-frame generation support. This is the next game from Brandon Greene, the creator of PUBG, and the team at Players Unknown Production. Described as a single-player open world engagement survival roguelike, it's a bit of a departure, and even though early impressions criticize it for playing more like a tech demo than an actual game, it's one to keep an eye on. And it says here, rounding out the DLSS announcement is Whisker Woods, a new city builder where you take control over a society of mice, meaning rodents. It says here, under the oppressive paws of a cat overlord. Its early access debut includes DLSS super resolution support, and so far the game is proving to be a sleeper hit with city builder fans everywhere. And then it says, and finally there are a couple of notable seasons of RTX goodies. Battlefield 6 players can claim a Marksman SVK 8.6 DMR weapon skin via GeForce Rewards in the NVIDIA app. Also, NVIDIA is giving away a very cool custom Battlefield 6 GeForce RTX 5090 and its social channel on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, not X. Says here, so be sure to enter your chance to win the world's most powerful gaming GPU. Alright. Yeah. World's most powerful GPU. Alright. Let's see what they got here. Let's see what they got. Gotta keep you guys in the loop on the gaming front. Alright, what else we got here? Video game wise. Okay, that's one. Okay, here's something. Let's see, FSR4. It says FSR4 is still RDNA 4 only. Are Radeon gamers with RDNA 2 or RDNA 3 GPU being left behind? Question mark. AMD FSR Redstone update for FSR4 is set to launch soon, and it's being exclusive to RDNA 4 GPU. RDNA 2 and RDNA 3 gamers are feeling left out. Well, the Steam Machine will take care of that. Says here, update, an AMD FSR update introduced AI-powered upscaling and advanced features exclusive to RDNA 4 Radeon RX 9000 GPUs, leaving RDNA 2 and RDNA 3 users without official support. Despite FSR open source nature, broader compatibility remains uncertain, impacting gamers seeking DLSS alternative and enhanced image quality. Says here, ever since AMD announced and released its latest FSR4 update for its new RDNA 4 generation of graphics card, which shifted its super resolution upscaling algorithm to a power AI solution, exiting a Radeon gamers with RDNA 2 or RDNA 3 GPUs have been wondering whether they've been officially left behind. It says here, although AMD hasn't formally okay. It says here, although AMD hasn't formally announced that FSR4 support is coming to RDNA 3 and RDNA 2 GPUs like the Radeon RX 7900 XTX or the Radeon RX 6800 XT, the company has continued to state that FSR is open source and platform agnostics. This means FSR4, like FSR3, should be available to all Radeon gamers alongside PC gamers with GeForce RTX cards. However, that's not the case, and the feeling is that it might never be. It says AMD big FSR Redstone update for FSR4 is set to launch on December 10th alongside a presentation and its new AI-powered features, including ray regeneration, neural radiance caching, and frame generation. But these new performance and visual enhancements will be exclusive to RDNA 4 powered Radeon RX 9000 series graphics card. Says once again leaving RDNA 2 and RDNA 3 Radeon gamers behind. And see if we can keep going here. Says here, with the company reiterating this with its latest marketing post on social media, the "This is why we game" tagline for FSR Redstone is not going down well. Again, although AMD hasn't made any promise or announcement that FSR4 support was coming to more GPUs in the near future, is the fact that leaked FSR4 source code shows that it can run on RDNA 3 GPUs using an Int 8 version, Radeon RX 7000 and RX 6000 series. Owners are still hoping for an announcement. It says here, and the reason for that is simple. FSR4's image quality finally makes it a viable DLSS alternative or competitor, especially when gaming at lower resolution like 1080p or 1440p. In fact, the consensus that FSR4 supports needs to reach more Radeon gamers extend to PC gaming. Whoops, where that came from? Anyway, says here, extend to PC gaming handheld market as a device like our Steam Deck and ROG Xbox Ally features integrated RDNA 2 and RDNA 3.5 graphics. Says with improved image quality, quality, FSR4 would be a game changer for these devices and even Valve upcoming Steam machine. Says here, granted, we are excited about that FSR Redstone will bring to the table, and we're currently testing preview release of our Ray regeneration in Call of Duty Black Ops 7. It's set to upgrade FSR features, set to better align with DLSS 4, and finally bring path tracing to a GPU like Radeon RX 9070 XT in a big way. At least that's the hope. Time will tell, and we won't have to wait long to find out. Unfortunately, it's going to take a lot longer to find out if and when FSR4 suite of upgrades will come to more Radeon graphics card. And on that front, we're still hoping for an FSR4 for RDNA 3 and RDNA 2 teaser during the FSR Redstone reveal. So yeah, December 10th. Yeah, let's see if this thing's still going. Whoops, I don't know what's going on here. Oh, there we go. Anyway, keep going here. Well, December 10th, we're gonna have to wait and see what AMD does. Yeah, December 10th. That's 12 minutes. Okay. All right. 2 articles. All right. Keep going here. Okay, we talked about Black Friday yesterday, so yeah. Anything else? Okay, we talked about GDDR7. All right, did that already. Okay, what's this? Okay, here's one for Proton and Linux. I think I already covered this, but I'll go over it. What he says, Proton and Linux are vectors for cheat developers. Rust devs Alistair McFarlane says. Rust Chief Operating Officer Alistair McFarlane says that there are no plans to enable easy anti-cheat for Valve Proton compatibility layer. Says here, Facepunch Studios, Rust will not support Linux or Valve's due to a rampant cheating on the platform and limited user base, making anti-cheat maintenance unforeseeable. This highlights ongoing challenges for big online games with anti-cheat and SteamOS, impacting Valve Steam machine adoption compared to a Windows-based alternative. Says here, Rust developer Facepunch Studio revealed why the sim won't show up on Linux or be compatible on Valve's Proton, saying that the platform is a hotbed for cheating. This exposed some of the thinking around Valve and whether or not being online games with anti-cheat should show up on Valve's new Steam machine. He's lying. Look, when the Steam Deck came out, Valve told them when it came to the anti-cheat, all they had to do was check the little box. But what developers did was try to use that statement against Valve and Steam Deck and Linux. Anyway, it says Valve Steam machine sounds great on paper. It will be a smart. Whoops. Okay. All right. Let's keep going here. It says there Valve Steam machine sounds great on paper. It will be a small form factor PC with a discrete GPU, a zippy CPU, and plenty of RAM, all wrapped in the Valve flexible and compatible SteamOS. But there's just one issue. Anti-cheat SteamOS is based on Linux, and Valve has developed a Proton compatibility layer to ensure Windows games run on SteamOS. Devs don't like to bring their games to Linux because of the uphill battle with anti-cheat on the platform. Nonsense. Anyway, it says Linux, apparently a Wild West frontier for cheating. Says here, this could be a drawback for Valve Steam machine and give Microsoft reported Windows power Xbox PC and upper edge. While Valve has added in anti-cheat support into Proton, including easy anti-cheat, it's ultimately up to developers to do the work and enable the function and get any first-party tool set working with Proton. Exactly. That's why Valve told them in the very beginning with the Steam Deck, check the little box. Anyway, it says, that being said, Valve is still working closely with high-level developers and publishers to find a solution and hopefully ensure that big live service game can be played on Steam machine. Yes, it's a user, and also it's a user-based problem to Windows versus Linux. But anyway, it says here, now we have a first-hand explanation on why certain popular online games just don't support Linux. In a recent Reddit, Chief Operating Officer of hit online game Rust, Alistair McFarlane, explains why games simply just won't arrive on Proton or Linux. Because we've included what McFarlane said, but it's worth mentioning that not every developer or publisher may see Linux and Proton in the same way, especially companies that make billions of dollars in revenue from live service games. Increasingly, the reachable market is usually a good thing for widespread online games, and Valve's new Steam machine could make a sizable impact on gaming new hybrid war. Says there's no plan to support Proton or Linux. It's a vector for cheating developers, and one that would be poorly maintained by both us and EAC due to the low user base. See, it says here, when we stopped support for Linux, we saw more cheat users exploiting Linux than actual legitimate users. When mentioning cheat for us, we keep a close eye on wider cheat communities across several major games. We look at what cheat developers are doing and how other studios are responding. From that experience, I am very comfortable saying that if a game supports Proton or Linux, they're not serious about anti-cheat. The only exception would be if they have a full, mature, dedicated, in-house anti-cheat team. Even then, I am not seeing anyone handle Proton and Linux well. Now he's lying. He says, anyway, Apex Legends also dropped Proton support in October 2024 for the same reason as we did several years ago. He's talking about EA. But we already know what happened with EA and Battlefield when those 300,000 cheaters were mentioned in Windows. We didn't hear anything from EA again about cheating. Anyway, it says here, could we limit Proton to premium servers? Yes, but I think it's a total asking Proton users to buy the game and then $15 worth of DLC. I'd be if I were forced to do that. When we stopped supporting Linux, users made up less than 0.01% of the total player base. Even if that number has doubled or tripled, it's not worth it. Now it's a user-based number between Windows and Linux. When they do the Steam survey, Windows have like 95 or 94% of the market, while Apple and Linux is between 5%. But anyway, it says here, I know that every time I post something like this, some Proton and Linux users call us lazy or dismissive. The reality is that fighting cheaters on one front, Windows, is already a never-ending battle. See? But when the article started, he made it about Linux. But then it came down to a user-based number. But anyway, it says adding more fronts, multiplies that challenge without adding meaningful benefits to the user, to the wider player base. Anyway, see, that's the end of the article, by the way. Anyway, the story between Windows and Linux, man, never ends. Anyway, all right, let's see here. What else we got on the gaming front here? See if I can knock all this out. I think there was something here on I think it was Phoronix. See if they got anything. Yeah, got to keep you guys in the loop, though. You know how that goes. Let's see here. What else we got? Okay, we got something on KDE Plasma. All right. Actually, you know what? Go back. Let me see if NeoWin got something here before I jump over to Phoronix. Okay, where are you at, NeoWin? You're around here somewhere. Got to be here. Let's see here. NeoWin. Yeah, got you guys, man. Gotta put some content on it for you users. Okay, NeoWin, what you have? Okay, what's this? Okay, a Linux guidebook. Let's see, what's this? Okay, anything on the gaming side? What's this? People are spending a lot more time on Xbox Cloud Gaming. Hey, it's Game Pass, man. So Game Pass ain't the problem. Alright. Let's see here. Keep going here. Or I could cover this, but I have to come back at this again. Actually, you know what? Let me knock this out. What am I doing? What's this? It says here, people are spending a lot more time on Xbox Cloud Gaming. It says a couple of weeks ago, Microsoft announced that it's expanding its Xbox Cloud Gaming service to India. Yeah, remember the Activision court case? It says here when they used the court case as a network topology to grow the Xbox brand. Anyway, it says here this allows Xbox gamers to stream selected games via the cloud, as long as they own an Xbox Game Pass subscription. Although your Xbox Cloud Gaming experience is highly dependent on your internet speed, it seems like Microsoft is making decent headway in penetrating various markets. According to Microsoft, cloud gaming hours via Game Pass have increased by 45% compared to the same time last year. More interestingly, gamers are spending 45% more time on consoles and 24% more hours on other devices. The company highlighted its recent cloud gaming expansion into India, noting that the country boasts over 500 million gamers. The service is now available in 29 countries and is also gaining traction in Argentina, Brazil, two regions which have demonstrated double-digit growth, both in terms of hours played and active players. This growth has accelerated to the point that Microsoft has had to increase its server capacity for those markets so that customers don't have to wait in long digital queues. Yeah, come on, Microsoft. There's 7 to 8 billion people on the earth. Step your server game up. Anyway, it says here, Microsoft has emphasized that continuous expansions of Xbox Cloud Gaming libraries, along with the service availability across various devices and form factors ranging from consoles, PCs, handhelds, VRs, and eventually cars, has fundamentally changed how and where players experience games. And it says here, perhaps one of the drivers behind the growth of Xbox Cloud Gaming is the fact that it was decoupled from expensive Xbox Game Pass Ultimate tiers back in August. Reportedly, Microsoft is also internally testing an ad-support free tier for cloud gaming, but there's no confirmation yet on whether such an experience will roll out to general public at some point. Prior to this, there were indication that the company would launch a cheaper cloud gaming only tier 2, but anything of the sort is yet materialize. Anything of the sort is yet to materialize. Yeah. Well, they did use that Activision court case as a network topology, instead of waiting on the United Kingdom and was it the CMA to have to make a decision. They were growing the Xbox brand while the case was happening. Very smart. Yeah, so now they're in India, so now they're following through on their Game Pass promise. Oh yeah, like I told you before. What's that? Game Pass is not the Game Pass is not the problem. Game Pass was never the problem, I think the reason why they raised the price too was because of server maintenance and stuff like that. So, yeah. Anyway, let's keep going here. Okay, let's see what we got here. That's 26. Okay. See if I can get this here. What's this? ROG Xbox Allies gaining per dynamic power profile to maximize battery life. Trying to be like Valve, huh? Okay, alright. What are they talking about here? It says here Microsoft is adding some add-tuned touches to the ROG Xbox Ally announced and released today as a default game profile. The new feature will automatically tune the hardware to support games when playing, making sure maximize battery life and keep frame rates steady. During Microsoft testing, Hollow Knight Silksong had managed to get almost an extra hour of playtime with its default game profile compared to performance mode without dipping below 120 FPS. Default game profiles are hand crafted per game and only applied when on battery. Explained Ronnie Sun's CV gaming device and ecosystem at Xbox. When you launch a supported game, the system automatically applies to tailored game profile, which sets recommended power, TDP, and FPS limits specific to the game. Says here the profile automatically boosts and limited the power of the handheld depending on how the game is running at the moment. And it says while the feature is out on the ROG Xbox Ally and Ally X handhelds, only 40 games have support for a default game profile at the moment. This includes first-party Microsoft games like Minecraft, Call of Duty, Black Ops 6 and 7, Warzone, Doom Eternal, The Dark Age, Forza Horizon 5, Gears of War, Reloaded, Gears Tactics, Halo, Master Chief Collection, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, Sea of Thieves, Tony Hawk, Pro Skater, three or four among others. And what else we got here? It says here to activate the feature, players will need to have the latest version of Armory Crates SE, the Xbox PC app, and Windows 11. To disable default games profile, head to the Armory Crate Command Center game bar widget, which will show the option with the toggle at the very top. The company also gave some information on what coming next as features to its handheld device. Next week, GameSafe Sync is landing, which shows exactly when the game last got its save synced across devices. Follow that, sleep and wake reliability, improved formatting option for micro SD cards, as well as AI-powered features such as automatic super resolution, auto SR, and highlight reels are also planned for the hardware. Trying to be like Valve, huh? Alright, anyway, let me keep moving here on the gaming front here. Got to keep you gamers in the loop. See what else we got here. Okay, oh, stop it. See if I can get this. Okay, what's this? Okay, video cards. What you got? Anything? Alright. You're mostly hardware. Okay, extra. Okay, tech power-ups. What you have? Let's see. Okay, Destiny 3 in early development, according to leaks. Alright. What are we talking about here? It says here, Destiny 3 in early development. Given the relatively poor performance of Destiny 2, which is down to around 15,000 daily concurrent players, a fraction of its 316,750 player peak nearly 3 years ago, it might be surprising to hear that Destiny 3 is in the works, but that's exactly what the rumor mill is aligning, according to two separate sources known for their Destiny and Bungie leaks. Colony leaks and Cheddar leaks on X. Destiny 3 is in early development. This is in spite of Sony reportedly losing $204 million on Destiny 2 as of early November 2025. Not much is known about the game being called Destiny 3, although speculation by the leaker suggests that the game may launch in around 5 years following the ongoing Fate saga in Destiny 2. Cheddar Leaks also suggests that a classic Destiny 2 game was green-lit, although there is no word on how far along in the development process that games is, but it will likely be even longer before we see anything like a gameplay demo trailer. Deke Stingy specifically warns that Destiny 3 is in extreme early development, and it's seen as though the game takes priority over the Destiny 2 classic game. Yeah, Sony buying Bungie was a flex. You know, I think to me it was a flex. They were trying to flex like they had money, and Bungie bite the bullet, which they shouldn't have done. You know, they should have stayed where they are. But yeah, they're owned by Sony now, so they should have stayed with Microsoft. You know, they created Halo, so yeah, should have stayed with them. What else we got here on the gaming front here? What's this? What is this? Disney's new Star Wars movie is officially fixing a George Lucas mistake. You're saying with Star Wars movie due in theaters, George Lucas mistake? What? How you made a mistake? Oh, I have to say that. Anyway, I do gaming, not movies. But anyway, keep moving here. See what else we got. So okay, game developer, what you have here? Okay. Had to put something out here. Had to put something out. I'm gonna have to come back with another set of news too. Speaking of which, keep you guys filled. Yeah, got you covered. Anyway, man, I'm gonna leave this video for y'all to enjoy though, but I'm gonna come back with another set of news and keep you up to date and keep you in the loop. What's going on gaming wise? Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you're into the holidays and it's for you, okay, have fun with it. If it ain't for you, it's just another day like me. I don't pay attention to it. Anyway, yeah, you know, Friday is, you know, they have Black Friday sale, so if you get something, okay, you got something. If you didn't, well, you know, they still got the weekend PC deals and those little festivity deals before the autumn sale shows up. And then, you know, of course, the lunar sale and, you know, from Steam, you know, so yeah, always looking for those. Updates are always rolling in. By the way, I need to get to the Steam OS updates. I'm behind since June, so gotta drop the videos for that, but you'll get them. But other than that, man, you guys have fun and enjoy your Steam decks. If you're planning on getting the Steam machine, start putting your money away. or you probably already did. And get ready, that day is coming. So yeah, but I'll keep you guys in the loop, gaming wise, on what's going on, and see you next time. Bye for now.